Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and welcome back to Fridays with Maniac4Bricks. Lego as far as the eye can see, all around this room in every nook and cranny. And there's even some that have been stored in another room, in a closet sometimes, or just out in the open, ready for building. But not every Lego thing has been gone through. Even ones I've had for months and months, for some reason or another, have still remained in their boxes. Or I just didn't take a close look at them and completely build them. So for today's video, I want to go through my Lego backlog, which is just a collection of things I haven't inventoried or built yet from all different kinds of Lego items. And these are things that are both new. They might some be for later haul videos, so you'll get a little sneak peek of those. And some of them actually have some good reason as to why they weren't built yet. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy what I have to show. The first item we have here is the Lego Brickhead's version of Sensei Wu. I have built the Robin one, and I honestly love the style of it. It's really cute, and I love how all the pieces go together, and even a couple interesting techniques here and there. I don't plan on getting every single one of the Brickheads, or even in a certain franchise such as the Lego Ninjago movie, but I do want to start off with at least getting a couple characters that I already like, and see where it goes from there. I've been trying to ignore Funko Pops for a long time because I felt like if I start with them, I'm going to go nuts and try to get all of them. At least especially in different franchises, TV shows, or movies. So I'm trying to play it much the same way in Brickhead's form. Actually, fun fact, if I had any Funko Pops at any time, they were the bobblehead versions that were Jango Fett and the Joker, which I think also glowed in the dark, which were part of Lego Play and Collect packs. You can check those out on my channel at another video. Another thing I have here, speaking of Star Wars, is the Bounty Hunter Battle Pack, which came out, I believe, last year. This was something that I bought because I wanted to add another LEGO Star Wars set to my review marathon in December of 2017. The other intention was, since The Last Jedi was coming out, I would review a lot of LEGO Star Wars sets, old and new, and I would even have a giveaway where one extra copy of this set was going to be available for giving away. Unfortunately, things were a little bit unplanned when it came to time for that giveaway. I had some things set up, but they weren't exactly ready. Like, I was supposed to do a video in advance to talk about the giveaway, how to enter for it, what the prize was, and when everything was going to be all said and done. But videos just kind of started automatically scheduling as much as I wanted them to, but I didn't get that intro done. So it was a little bit messy, and I apologize to those who were part of the giveaway and just didn't get a chance at it, or even the flashbacks giveaway. So this is still a set I would love to build. Every once in a while I'll pick up Star Wars or Technic. It's not really something I want to get every single set from, or a lot of specific things, but this one I definitely do like, especially with a bunch of these bounty hunters. They were referenced a little bit for some short time in one of my favorite Star Wars movies, if not my favorite, The Empire Strikes Back from Episode 5. And I also do recognize them from some of the video games, the LEGO Star Wars ones, and just regular Star Wars video games. So I think this would be a cool thing to add to my collection. Maybe you'll see it on one of the back walls sometime soon. This one I've had for a while. They had a deal at Target of buying different DVDs. You can save on a couple of them or get one free or something like that. I forget exactly what the deal was, but this was back maybe October or so. And one of the DVDs I didn't open yet was the Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood DVD. I know they have another one that is, I believe, like a theme park or beach related or something, and maybe eventually I'll pick it up with other LEGO DVDs I haven't picked up yet. This one I got also, it also has the apparently exclusive limited edition Scooby-Doo minifigure in here. I don't know if it's really that special, but still, it's something I haven't watched yet. I will get to it at some point, just haven't had enough time to sit down and binge a whole bunch of TV shows and movies, be it Lego or not. For other ones like that, I have actually opened them up, but I wouldn't always have the figures outside of them. Sometimes I like keeping the figures inside, like Ian from the Padawan Menace, which I have watched. And the reason why I do that is so that they stay in good condition. I'm not trying to keep it mint or anything, otherwise I wouldn't have opened it. But ones like this, or The Empire Strikes Out, I'm trying to think if there was a third one, but anywho, ones like that just make it easier for me to know where the minifigure is, and if I want to use it for something, I'll just grab it from there And I think this is a superheroes one. I also did that for Clark Kent. I also have this here. This is the Kids Fest Lego Store 3-in-1 minifigure pack. This was exclusive for one of the Kids Fest events. I don't remember which year exactly, but the packaging doesn't really help on the back because it just has the very standard information about the carry home packs, or carry at home minifigure kiosk kind of packs. But the front is still nice. The figures do look great, and you can sometimes find them individually, but they can be a little heavy in price. Luckily, I was able to get this one through a trade, so the only reason why I haven't opened it up yet is because I haven't been sure if I was going to do a review for it. I did one for a previous LEGO store pack of a similar nature, but I don't know how much I'm going to be doing LEGO reviews in general, or if it's something worth talking about on a video, particularly to open these up. I had this for quite some time, and I'm surprised I haven't opened it up sooner, because I have bought up a whole bunch of Brick Warriors packs. Some of them, also outside of this video, I haven't opened up, but this one was the BrickFest exclusive Warriors pack. I've seen a couple of the designs on the back of it, and they are cool pieces. I like getting Brick Warriors every so often, sometimes even Brick Arms or other distributors that make LEGO compatible products, but they're not like knockoffs. They're rather just doing their own thing in a special way. There's really no reason why I haven't opened this one yet, and I figure I'll probably get to use these parts better if I have a mock associated with them, or even just a small, mock to put over here as a display. But there are still nice parts in here. I do like picking them up. Actually, over here somewhere, I have a pair of grapes from one of their other Brick Warriors packs that I love using with minifigures, just like extra food outside of just the pizzas and cakes that they usually have in LEGO sets. Next thing I have here, I've advertised it a couple of times on different people's streams and maybe one or two videos here, but this was something I got recently from eBay. This is set 375, the deluxe building set. It is actually the same number as the Yellow Castle, but I think on Bricklink and eBay and Brickset, they would normally mark it with a hyphen next to it, so it'll be 375-1 or -2 for either of those sets. But yeah, probably one of the oldest, if not the oldest set I currently have in my collection as recording this video. It is not complete. I still have to find a couple parts here and there, but a lot of the parts in here are pretty age accurate and vintage. You will see this at some later point in the 60th anniversary shelf display. I may have one or two other sets with the boxes coming along relatively soon, so hopefully that all works out. And I'm not worried as far as the pieces go for now. I can try to get them over time. I'm probably sure there's some of them around in this collection that I just haven't gone to yet. And as far as what I'd build with that, well, I do like a lot of the ideas that are shown across the box on all different sides of it. I kind of like this duck that's on the back of it. Something about it just seems very simple, but very cool. Maybe I'll build a truck or something to add in for the display value of the 60th anniversary shelf. Excuse me. I do have another thing here that's kind of sealed. It's actually been opened, but that was more just to inspect, be sure that everything was in there. But I haven't actually unwrapped it or anything. This is the LEGO Bionicle 3-in-1 Power Gauntlet. And there's actually a couple more items outside of this that I will show relatively soon for this video. This is something that I've been saving up for quite some time for a LEGO Flashbacks video, and one of the reasons why I haven't opened it completely is because I need to save it for the Bizarre LEGO book, which will be coming out relatively soon. I wanted to be sure that the box was in good condition, not necessarily complete and mint or whatever like that, but still enough that I can get good photos of it from different sides just whenever I need them for the actual book, and as well for the things inside of it. I'm usually kind of on the fence when it comes to getting flashback items. It's good to get them sealed, especially for this book, get them in the best quality possible, but there are some things I've been able to cut corners here and there on getting them maybe used or open or something like that. This one was relatively good. There's only a few dents along the box, but still, nice item for my Bionicle collection. There's actually a couple more here I have for flashbacks, and much of them have the same reason as to why I haven't delved into them, and that's for the Bizarre LEGO book. But I will take photos, I will have some good visuals for them for the book, and then eventually they'll go back in the flashback series in some way to show them up close. But this one we have the Stargazer. This is part of the LEGO Watch system and was released in 1999. This is pretty interesting for one purpose. There is a LEGO star out in the sky all these years. We didn't even realize it. For 20 years. I don't even know how much people have known this or paid attention to this, but it was still really cool to find that out and then find this on Bricklink at a decent price with a couple other flashback items, mind you. And there we go. So there's a close-up as to where it is in the sky. I believe it's in Ursa Minor as opposed to Ursa Major, but it's very, very close to Polaris. And the watch actually indicates that. So it's not just the paper there that's talking about it. The watch actually has another component where you can get a constellation, and it shows a LEGO stud up close to see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure that the watch itself doesn't work anymore, because I've opened this up a few times and not really like opened everything out of it, but it doesn't seem to be moving. So I think we'll have to get another pair of batteries to fit that in, maybe another quartz or something. But still a very interesting item. I haven't really delved deep into for customization or anything like that. I mainly just opened it up for as you saw in the video. This was from the same Bricklink seller. I believe it was guarded in, if I remember correctly. And this is a Lego clock. There are plenty of Lego clocks over time, but this one I got for one particular reason. It's actually over here. This has a defective dolphin. Every dolphin that was made in this trans blue color from Belleville to this clock has had a weird defect when manufactured. And you'll even see more information about this through Bricklink. It has to do with the porthole not being the right size, and the underside doesn't exactly attach to the Lego studs. I do have somewhere around here another copy or two of a regular dolphin in white and in gray, but this is a more peculiar case and really fascinating for that purpose. I think the watch thing itself, or the clock thing itself, is interesting enough for the flashback book, but the dolphin is also very interesting on its own. I have also talked about this on the Brick Theorist on Instagram, and surprisingly, I think this actually moved. So, I don't know. I might still have to get new batteries for this one as well, but I have not opened this set up yet. And, again, still got it for a good price. Not a lot of pieces to it, though. This was also from the same seller. This was a good seller because I've had a bunch of flashback stuff through there. One of them I've actually opened up and taken a photo, but I haven't done a video for it yet. It was the ninja shape puzzle. Anywho, this is a sealed copy of Lego Friends. Not the ones you know nowadays. This is from the late 2000s, or late 90s, I want to say. It's somewhere on here. 1999, so yeah, very late on. But this is the old version of Lego Friends, a PC game, which I did not have. I have still not played it. I just haven't found a good computer yet to play it on. I've been trying to look into getting a Windows 98 or even my old Windows 98 back in order to play some of the old Lego games and then properly review them on the channel. I have played them before, but they're kind of iffy quality. And the Windows 98 I have is just in storage somewhere else, so I just have to find out how I can get that back and up and running in the Lego room or thereabouts. It even has an opening flap like most of the other Lego software at the time does. Try to go more into detail of what you can do in the game. I've been told this is one of the worst of Lego games ever made, like video games wise. And I don't know how true that is, but it's going to be a very interesting experience nonetheless. And yeah, this is still sealed. All the components are inside of here. I'm not trying to get every Lego video game to have this great condition because I have a bunch of boxes from the older ones. They're probably missing cardboard inside or whatever, but I at least want to have the boxes available. Next up is kind of a big one. This one we have the Lego Steven Spielberg Movie Maker. I got this one on eBay relatively cheap, surprisingly, but it is still missing a bunch of parts. I have actually opened this one up because it was a used copy, not a sealed one, and it has a whole bunch of things missing to it that I've just personally not gotten back into trying to build it. So most of it is actually assembled here in just different parts of it, with the camera stand, the buildings, the dinosaur, a couple minifigures. I don't know if it has all of them, but I'm sure I have them in other sets. I do have the camera. It was missing the CD, so I got that separately through Bricklink. Might have also been coded in. I don't know. I got a bunch of good stuff through them, because they got the weird stuff sometimes. I do have the base plate in here. I do have the backdrop in here. There's like a couple of blue plates I remember being missing from this, and I just have to go back through the parts inventory to be sure of what else I might be missing. I don't know if I can get the CD to work on my computer here. Again, I might need a Windows 98 or something around that time to make the CD work. A lot of LEGO PC video games were made in the cusp of the 2000s. So, yeah, that's why I have to mention that software specifically, or hardware, or both. There's also a couple other items I have around that aren't LEGO related and have not been opened yet or really dived into. This one I got from Christmas 2017. It's the Build Bonanza. This is kind of a knockoff of Make-A-Tape, which everybody knows very well. This is actually manufactured in a town right over from me in New Jersey. That's just funny to me. And I think I know where it is. Like, other than the address, I think I've actually passed by the place a few times. But it's funny just to see that on there. This is basically a sticking tape that you can attach Lego pieces onto, and I've just not been sure what I want to do with it yet. I didn't want to open it up and start experimenting with it without knowing a proper place to put it. I've been moving a bunch of stuff around here, so I didn't know where it was going to fit or if something was just going to eventually cover it. So I've had a couple of ideas, and really, I can't really do anything with minifigures with it because, hello, I've kind of done that in the background, in the bookshelves. But I was thinking I could do this along maybe a corner or so and put some special builds on there. Maybe I could put like a spaceship or something that would be small enough to hold its weight, but also creative enough that it'll be something eye-catching when going around the room. I even thought once or twice about putting it on the ceiling. I'm not even kidding. I thought, hey, maybe that would be cool to have, like, you have the black tape so you could have, like, bats and Batman hanging from there, like how bats hang upside down, just to make it more fun. But I don't know how well that's going to hold from the ceiling and how well it's going to hold in general. Like, is this going to be as good quality as Mega-Tape? I think I'll have to get the Mega-Tape and find out. I do have, believe it or not, a Mega Bloks set around here. It might have actually been covered by something else. There it is. I've had this Mega Bloks set for quite some time, and I believe I got it on clearance at Kmart years ago. This is the Call of Duty line of sets. This is the Vulture Attack, and it includes one Hound Dog in there. I've really not been too much into Call of Duty lately to have been interested to open this up. I kind of got it at the time because it was on clearance, but also, you know, maybe it was going to be something interesting to build, but not something I was going to incorporate with the LEGO stuff. Rather, it was just like, I wanted to try Call of Duty, Mega Bloks, see how it would go, but eventually interest fell over time and just didn't get back to that. I do also have a Knex set here I got more recently from Goodwill. Relatively cheap, once again. This was like $4 when I got it at Goodwill, and it does have the instructions. This is an electronics type of Knex called Cyber Knex. This is something that includes, let's see, the Cybernex Hyper Wheel set puts you in control. Build awesome cyber vehicles, then bring them to life with your cyber keys. They're waiting for your commands. It doesn't say exactly if it's something you plug into the computer to program it, or if it's just a remote control and just more hype than what it sounds like. But it's an interesting thing. I do not know if it's actually complete. It is definitely a used box, and it feels like a full box. So there might be good stuff inside of here I have yet to explore. So, eventually. I don't know how much I want to do Knex through the channel, and I still want to do it to some degree, but there's still a bit I have to do before I get to that. There's actually a bunch of scattered Hot Wheels sets I have around here that I haven't opened up yet. I'm not really going to get much into those. I'm probably just talking about them on their own appropriate videos. And as far as Lego stuff, there's actually a few more things flashback related I haven't gotten to yet. Let me just bring you over. So over here a while ago, I organized a lot of Lego puzzles and board games. But there's actually a few of them I have not opened up yet. Even one that's kind of a knockoff. This block party one was from my birthday, I believe. Either a birthday or a Christmas present from a friend of mine. I thought it seems pretty cool, but I'll need to get a couple people together to try it out. And I think it's still available in stores, so if you're trying to look for that, it will be around. As far as that, there's the ninja puzzle I was talking about before. There's actually a couple other things down here I have not really gone through. This floor puzzle I haven't opened up yet. I've only just picked it up from eBay, as well as the 3D Plus versions of the Space and Wild West ones. I have tried the Space one, but didn't get through all of it to be sure all the parts are there. But it still seems pretty cool. I like the idea of it. And it's basically two puzzles, or three puzzles rather, in one. You have the two that are flipped on either side for the base of the puzzle, but then you have the styrofoam bits that add the 3D feature. You also have roadworks over here. This one I picked up at I think it was at a Savers. It was about, I don't think I paid $7 for that. It might have been a little less than that. I've gone through it to see there are puzzle pieces in there. I don't know if it has all of them, but it seemed pretty full to have a good amount. This one I've barely touched, even though it's adventurers themed. 100-piece puzzle from eBay as well, but still kind of a nice thing to add into the collection. I also have this Lego Duplo Little Forest Friends counting game. I checked to be sure that all the parts were in there, but I haven't actually put it together and, even play tested it for a review yet. So there's still plenty of review stuff, mostly flashbacks related, that were coming through this. And up here, if I go a little bit further, you can see I have the Lego playmat. This is the rescue version of it, 24 by 36. And I've seen that it does have the playmat in there, but I haven't opened it up completely and played with it. There's actually 3 different types. It's hard to read because it's upside down, but there is a Lego Divers and a Lego Town Center. I would like to get both of those eventually, but they go for quite a bit online, and I'm lucky that I had somebody in person I could trade to get that. Hopefully I can get the other ones through the trade as well. This is not actually sealed. This I have opened up and reviewed before, but I do like to keep it with the packaging, the Benny retractable pen from the Lego Movie. And it's actually fun finding this one once again, and I think at some point it might be a nice item to do something else with, other than just keep it in this case. I do have another item over here. Let me see if I can get to it. I have mentioned this not too long ago on a garage type video. This was the Lego scrapbooking kit from, I think I picked it up at Michael's a couple of years ago, like around 2013 or so, by Creative Imaginations. Definitely a flashbacks worthy item. I don't know if I'll just try to get like a scan of it though, because I do want to keep everything in good condition. This is something I've intended for a while, and my mom has also intended for a while, that we would use it for my Lego Eagle Scout project. This was something I developed when I was going for the Eagle Scout rank. Most of it's still in good condition, being sealed. And this was a way to document the donations, the construction of the table, and I will talk more about the actual project itself on another Friday's vlog. I owe that to you guys because it's a really interesting story, and I think it's something people would really enjoy. Some people I've heard over time have done Boy Scout projects related to Lego. Obviously not endorsed by them, but just, involving Lego pieces. So there's that. There's also where my Lego Duplo collection went to. I would have shown that on a video previously, but that's why I don't really have much Duplo right now. There's also been a handful of Lego books that I haven't opened up to take a better look at the minifigures in them, but just like the DVDs I mentioned before, I like to keep most of the minifigures with those books, whether or not I've already opened them, just to be sure that they stay in good condition. I'm sure at one point or another I will still open them up, and I've read through some parts of the books themselves, so I'm definitely having a fun time learning more Lego information that I haven't already covered in my book, or just haven't talked about already. There's also this set, which I did do on a live stream some time ago. This is 1687, the Midnight Transport. It was cool to get for a cheap price on eBay, but I didn't realize how incomplete it was. There wasn't any one of these 3 models that I could have built with the parts that were given to me for this set. But I do have a lot of those parts available in my collection, so at minimum getting the box, a couple of the pieces, and instructions was helpful just to have a little bit more added into the set. And, you know, the rest I'll try to make up on my own. I know the minifigures weren't included in there, but they're not really rare. They're pretty easy to pick up, really common parts to build them, so I'm not too concerned about that. But there's 2 other items that I wanted to do for this video and really show why some items just haven't been opened yet. And these are 2 items that I'm actually saving for some special people in my family. The first one I have here is from a recent LEGO haul when I went to the LEGO store to pick up some Pick-a-Brick parts for a future video. This is set number 40187. It has a couple of plants on it. Looks like a daisy and a tulip, but I could be wrong about that. And this was a small set that I thought, oh, this would be nice to get in general, and maybe have it as a small decoration around the house. In my family, we have a section for animals that are built out of LEGO pieces, usually in the Creator and Friends lines. We have the LEGO Birds set from LEGO Ideas. That's also available with a lot of bird decorations in another part of the house. We have a few beach-related stuff, including a second copy of the Creator Castle Lighthouse from several years ago. That is also part of the beach display we have upstairs in the living room, and also a LEGO crab to go with him. But this was something that I wanted to pick up and save for a special occasion for my mom. Yeah, I forget if I believe her birthday would be before Mother's Day this year, so I'm saving this one for a special occasion for my mom. I figure with her birthday coming up in April, this would be a good time to send her a special gift in, why is this one so hard to say? But I figured I would save this one for a special occasion for my mom. Her birthday is coming up in April, so I thought this would be a nice little gift for her. Even though she doesn't build with LEGO that often, I'm usually the one in the entire family who builds a lot with LEGO. But I think it's something that she'll still appreciate and might have as a decoration around the house. We even set up the seasonal decorations in the living room when the season is just right. But I think this one is pretty much an any time of year sort of thing. And something she can appreciate even though it's not, even though it's built out of LEGO pieces. And this one, I'm happy to find this again, especially in good time. This is something that I've saved and even made a note to save it for my brother's wedding, which is actually this weekend. That's why there won't be any live streams or me being on other people's live streams. I will be away for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for my brother's wedding. And this was a set I picked up especially for the happy couple. Obviously, my brother and his fiancée, Devin, don't look like that, but I think they'll still have fun with the little decoration and the thought that goes behind it. I was surprised that recently LEGO did another one of these wedding favor kits, I think only this year or so, and this one only came out a few short years ago. And this one only came out in 2016, so I'm surprised they would have done another one so soon. Usually they don't have like a wedding type of favor like this every year, but maybe that's something they're starting new. So, still a nice little thing to put together. I think they'll have a great time with this. My brother Mike is actually 2 years older than me, and he used to build with LEGO. He was the one that got me into LEGO, so you have him to blame for all of this. I'm just kidding. He helped me with getting started with LEGO, getting more into getting them for gifts. We used to play with LEGO a whole bunch. We developed the stoplight band, one of our favorite inside jokes when it comes to LEGO stuff, or just special creations we did as kids. But this was definitely something that I thought, even though he doesn't build with LEGO or have a lot of LEGO around anymore, I'm the one who's inherited most of it. This would be something that I think he'd like to have for some time. I know it's something that he'll enjoy building with his new I know this is something that he will enjoy building with his new wife, Devin. Congrats to both of them for this weekend. This is not my best man speech. I will definitely have something better at the wedding for that. But I thought this would be something special to offer because not all Lego is built around here, and not all Lego is kept sealed because I forgot about it. Some of it I just save for special occasions. And this one I've been saving for almost over a year, so it's probably my oldest backlog item, and is now going home to a happy couple. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, do you save Lego around for specific occasions? Or what kind of items do you have in your Lego backlog? I know I delved a little bit into Mega Bloks and Knex and mentioned Hot Wheels for other backlog items, but since this channel is going to have some of those scattered every so often, I thought they were worth mentioning. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I will talk to you again very soon. Oh yeah, I'm watching one of the Brick Sisters streams. I forgot I had this from Kmart as well. A SpongeBob SquarePants set, marked down from $42.50. I know I didn't pay that. I think I paid close to $20 or $30 for this. Some of the missing figures. I still haven't opened it up for just not building it yet. I do want to build it at some point. I don't know if it's going to go up on the wall with the other SpongeBob stuff just for pranks. Just for like, oh look, there's more SpongeBob stuff up here. Psych! But, yeah, just another set I just didn't add in there. Kind of awkward for Squidward, so I guess I could do without him in this set. Yep, another one for the backlog. Mostly backlog.